Hello everyone, it's Robin here and welcome. I'm so happy to see you all today. So today we're doing a plan with me in my catch-all happy planner here, but we're gonna dive into the wellness section because I'll be planning for the month of July for all my wellness goals and needs and all that good stuff. I've been using the monthly layout for that, and there's those 2 sheets in the monthly layout that are just amazing for any type of goal setting or just getting yourselves together for the month. You'll see those sheets here in a moment if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, but I've been enjoying them quite a bit. I'm also using stickers from my Etsy shop to do this. This is the Soft Florals collection, and this is for the month of July. This is the journaling kit here, and I think this is a lot of fun. We'll have a lot of good choices in here, and I love the color palette because it's just soft and easy, and that's what I like my wellness section to look like. This video is also in collaboration with my friend Tracie over at Midwest Craft Chat. I'll make sure I put a link down below to her video so you can go check her out too, but in the meantime, I'm excited to get this started. So let's flip the camera down and get to planning. I am so ready for this, And again, hello summer. I love opening my planner and looking at this summer mood board. So much fun. So my wellness section is in the back here where it says listen, which is my word of the year. And I keep it back here because I need to listen to my wellness needs. And this is where I've been putting my currently pages also. I was doing something with the monthly pages. This is June, but I think back in March is when I kind of stopped when we had a thing. But so we stopped doing that, and I haven't jumped back in. But here's my June wellness page. So this is what it looks like once it's filled out. And I have a section here for goals. I was doing check-in here and writing things in, but I did not do any of that this month, nor did I check off any of my habit trackers because I know I did walks, I know I drank water, and I know I've been journaling. So we need to work on this, and I think I'm going to change this section up. This is my big and little moments. This is really fun. So I took a mini trip to Walt Disney World with my daughter Holly and her 2 boys. We met up with Jacob and his girlfriend Meg there, and we had so much fun. And so my big and little moments for the month have a lot to do with Walt Disney World. I got a kiss on the head from Goofy, which was amazing. We had a character meal, which was super fun. Seeing Jacob and Meg in Orlando was a big moment. Grandma's right there. This is something Remy said at the airport on the way, which was it was just kind of funny because there was a family in front of us, and they were saying, "Where's Grandma? Where is Grandma at? I don't know where she went to." And Remy just looked up to him. She said, "Grandma's right there," and he pointed right to me. So I thought it was just really fun. And Molly sleeps with Josie. So Molly is our new little kitten. You have seen her make an appearance here. And Josie is our tortie. And we've had her for a couple of years now. And we've been trying to work on getting them together. And this past week, Molly slept with Josie. She jumped right in the bed with Josie, and Josie let it happen. So they are making headway with that. And last but not least for my big and little moments is Happy Donut Day. Well, you all were celebrating Father's Day. We were celebrating Happy Donut Day because that was a card that Aiden made for Rod, for Grandpa, for Father's Day. And he just wrote Happy Donut Day on it. And that is now forever our fun thing. So I have our focus here. Let's take some walks, drink some water, and do some journaling, which is why I have those there. But, we did this. We might have some of these same focus next time. And then my gratitude. I'm grateful for to have spent time with family, Holly, Aiden, Remy, Jacob, and Meg in Orlando at Walt Disney World. So this is how I've been doing my wellness section. It includes things that I just really want to focus on in my life, whether it's exercise or just well-being or things that I want to just make time for. And we're going to go along with that idea here for July, which is right here. We're going to bypass this and we're going to get here. So this is what the empty monthly layout pages look like. These are amazing pages. There are so many great sections for goal setting, whether it's wellness, health, exercise, home. I mean, there's just so many other business, there's a lot of goals that you can put down in here. We have 3 monthly habit trackers here. This says monthly goals, check it off, note to self, jot it down, top priorities, and then some lines here. So the space is amazing. So we're going to be using this. I might make a few little changes or adjustments, but for the most part, it's going to look the same. So I have the July Soft Florals kit on my Etsy shop. This is the journaling kit. I really love using this journaling kit in here. I think it works really well with this. This is the main kit, these 2 pages. It says Seize the Day. I love that. It has a little seaside scene and just some soft seaside colors. And we also have some deco strips here, which will be really fun to use. I have some trio boxes, which all the colors and all the boxes, so if I want to use some of those. And this is the main deco page. So it says Live Simply and Bloom Wildly, which I'm sure we'll probably use that too. So I have something on here, so I'm not sure how I'm going to use that because I usually use this big sticker, but we will, yeah. Well, it's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Okay, let's take the pages out and just get started. So the first thing I want to do is white out the headers that are already on here because I'll be covering them up and creating some of my own headers. I like the headers on here, but you know, we're decorating it, so I'm going to use some of my own. I'm going to do this July too, but I'm going to leave that little dippy deal there. Top priorities, which that's a good one. And jot it down. Okay, now we are set. Nice clean slate. And I'm going to start with this July banner strip here, and we're going to put right over here. Makes it very easy and adds a lot of color to the page right away. So I'm going to kind of jet it to the close to the edge, just like so. And now we have July right there. I don't mind this little dip there, but you could wipe that out if you wanted to. On the deco strips, on this one, there's a thick one and a thin one, and there's a thick one and a thin one here. These match this journaling kit. So we're just gonna pull that off of there and do the same thing. And it needs to go this way, yes. Didn't wanna get it upside down. And again, I'm gonna just dip it to the side. The cats are playing in front of me, so you probably hear them. They can get loud. Okay, nice. So far, so good. So for the bottom section here, I'm gonna use these floral borders on this main deco page. They're cut out to the florals, and I think that's really fun. I really like these a lot. And it gives that a little extra dimension here at the bottom. So I'm going to jet this one up right to the edge here, and I'm just going to go all the way on this one. I don't know, it just feels right to me. Let me go ahead and just trim this off. Okay, and then on this other side I'm going to go up to this box, so I'm going to just go up a little bit. I like to keep kind of the separation of sections. So I want to do this end so we don't have the same end, so it has a little different look. And I'm using this bottom line here too, but I'm going edge to edge. And this time we're going to use this edge. And I'm going to trim this off. Okay, I'm going to use this giant ruler because I can't find my llama card. So I'm just going to put this right up to the edge of this and give her a little trim. Okay, that looks really nice. So we have this kind of set up, and I'm just starting to create all the different sections. I know up here I also want to put this Seize the Day from this set, and I'll be using these boxes over here. But let's go ahead and put some headers here first. I'm going to pull these off of the trio boxes. So I laid my headers down here, and I forgot to bring you along. I got sidetracked though because Rod called me from work because we're working on a car situation. So, you know, adulting, all that good stuff. But I just put the 3 headers here that are on this trio boxes sheet, and we're gonna work on habit tracking. We're gonna work on it. I haven't been great at it. Are you good at habit tracking your stuff? I don't know. I don't think to come back in here and do it. But we're going to try it again. We're definitely going to try it again. Okay, I have this section I'm going to do for goals. I think I'm going to change this section up a little bit this time, but I do want to do my quote down here. I'm going to still do big and little moments here, And let's just work on that right now. So I like to use these corners. So let's put these in here because I think these corners are super fun. They're kind of like torn and decorative and all that good stuff. And I like to put them kind of there, and then I tend to put one down over here to kind of cap this area. Again, I like to separate all the sections. So let's try to get this edge somewhat straight. How's that? I mean, it's a torn corner, right? There we go. Yes. Live simply, bloom wildly. We want that for us. Let's do this so I can see better. Sometimes using the tweezers helps you see for your placement. I mean, I could put it here, but I like how it overlaps. And I just like it to overlap a bit. So it becomes kind of a feeling, right? Am I feeling this? Yes, I am. Live simply, bloom wildly. And let's pull this floral here that's on this sheet, and let's see if we can place it here. I might want to move this over a touch, which is nice that the stickers I use, the sticker paper is repositionable. Makes it nice for us. Okay, let's do this again. How about like that? That looks nice. That looks nice. And let's put this Seize the Day. It's a beautiful coastal scene, a desert coastal scene, which very much reminds me of back home, which is San Diego. So I'm just going to kind of set this in the middle here. Okay, I could put another floral up here if I want. Let's go ahead and put this section together because I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do these two sections here. So this will be my big and little moments. And for this, I use these boxes. Now this big box here on my sheet, see, I use a lot of the sample sheets from my stickers. This has a little spot on it, but we're going to ignore that right now. Again, I use the sample sheets. I think I'm going to go up there. So they would sit around my desk for a while. Okay, that looks fine. Let me try something. See if this erases off. You know, sometimes oh, look, it's erasing off. There you go. Your sheets that you get won't have that on there. But there, perfection. Erasers are amazing. And then I always like to do 5. I also like to do a square box in here. I don't always like to do them the same way though. I need to put a box here. This is the freebie that comes when you order the journaling kit because I made extra boxes to help label some of these areas. So I'm going to put one of these right here first so I know I have my size, because this juts up just a touch, just like that. Okay, so now I know my space. I want to do 5 boxes. Let's do a light one up over here, like so. Okay, nice, nice. And I want to do a square one. Let me see this dark one. I'm going to put it right here. And what's nice about the squares is you can match the lines with the tips. And then we can do 2 up here. Let's just do it like that. That seems fun. I could make them all touch too. And I'm going to turn this one this way, just because I like to be different. Actually, I need this big and little moment to fit in there, so maybe I won't turn it that way. Let's fit the big and little moment right here. We'll go over here and then we'll fit this around that. There we go. And now I can fit this around that. Okay, that works. I can actually move it over a touch, right like this. Give it air on all sides. There we go. Okay, nice. We can put some floral decorations in there too. Big and little moments. I think I want the tip to go up on top. I know it's a little thing, but makes a big difference to me. Okay, let's go ahead and use these stickers. This is where I'm going to write goals or goal. I may just have one main goal this time. And then I will put this one right here, just like so. And it fills out pretty quickly. I do like to put these dots on here. I think that looks kind of fun. So I'm going to follow the same color pattern as over here. So we started with a dark and went to the blue and so on. So let me just continue this. Okay. There we have some color, and I just also want to put this gratitude word on my journaling kit. And we're going to just place that right here because I really like the way this looks kind of clean right here at the top. And there we have it. So I love when putting this together, when it's all on the sheet, all of the color just kind of shows. So I think that's really, really nice. We're going to put some decor on here, and then we're going to label these and fill a few of the things out. Let's put some of these florals in here. I want a little something here. I really like all of these fun florals. That might be a little large. I need it a little thin. So let's pull maybe this one. And I'm going to twist it going sideways so it hits into the boxes. We might still use this. I might just kind of put it up here. Like that. There. Cool. Let's do some of this little planty stuff. See, a little goes a long way. I kind of like these. Let's lay one this way. In there. That's cool. Let me white these numbers out. I'm going to put some flowers on these. Okay, since I don't really need to count these, I have these florals here that are on the larger side, and I kind of like to just place them in here. Let's go like this, just to kind of set each section off. Let's go sideways a little bit with this one, because there are going to be 3 things, but I don't need to number them. It's not really a numbering thing, and they can kind of go anyway. Let's go like this. Okay, so we have those in there. I have some leafy deals. Let's do one of these deals and make it softer. Okay, I kind of like the softness over here, so maybe these leaves aren't going to happen. Well, let's just use this last one. And we'll make it go kind of this way to mimic the movement of the box going in a triangular shape. Okay, that's kind of cool. These little flowers are cute. Let's put some up here. Let's place it right there in the center. And then maybe put a couple of these small leaves with it. We'll use these tiny ones. I'm going to put the flower on top, so I'm going to pull the flower up for a second. There we go. And then we'll put this leaf here. Then we just basically kind of covered that top thing. Okay, that's cute. I think we're good with the decor for right now. Let's go ahead and fill out some of this. I have 2 pens here. I have a Micron 03 that has like a little thicker felt tip situation, and then a Muji that has a very fine tip. And I want to go ahead and write some headers in here. So this is goals. And this one I like to write focus, because these are the 3 things I want to focus on, which usually kind of come from the goals. And instead of checking in, I want to write to do, because these are the things that I want to do here this month. And I think that that might be a new way to do it. For goals, I may just have one goal this month, but it'll be very broad, And from my goals, I can pull out a focus, and from that I can pull out these, and then I'm going to write some to-dos. So let me gather my thoughts for a moment, and I'll come back to you and we'll fill some of this in. Okay, so I will do 2 goals, and they're going to be a little different. And I'm going to pull 2 banner flags. We'll do this one. I like this light pink. Let's do that. So what I like to do first though is for goals, I like to start it off with I want to. Sometimes if I just write the word goals, you know, I don't necessarily go and do it. But if it's something I'm in my mind saying I want to do this, then I'll do it. So I'm going to put one here, and then I'll put this other one. I'll put it just right under it, actually. Right there. Okay. So with these 2 pens, I'm going to go ahead and fill this out. Okay, so here's my goals for this month. I want to seek out the calm, and I want to listen, which is my word of the year, and enjoy the little things. And part of where this is coming out, there is a lot happening around us and in our world today. And I need to focus in on peace and calm and not anxiety and getting stressed out over things as much. So part of my goal this month is making a few little changes, maybe to my routines and to things that I want to do, so that I just seek out the calm, because our environment is what we created. And I think that I need to create an environment of calmness and peace. Okay, I think I've said maybe enough. But with this, now I can go on and create what I want to focus on. So let me think about that for a moment. Okay, we have 1 new one and 2 that are basically the same. So let's do this. Okay, so this month I want to focus on 3 things. 2 are the same. Let's drink some water. It is summer, it is hot, and you know, drinking all that water and keeping it in your mind is a good idea. So let's drink some water because it makes us feel better. Let's take some walks. I've been doing walks, and while I'm not overly regular with them, it's helping my stamina quite a bit. I just went to Walt Disney World and with my kids and grandkids, and I kept up. So go me. So let's continue to take some walks and try to find that time to move. And let's start a new AM routine. I've been wanting to do that so that I don't just float away my morning and before I get started. I think that'll help adjust some time. So I don't know what that's going to look like yet, but that's definitely something I'm going to plan on. Okay, so with this, I want to go ahead and fill out what my habit trackers are going to be. Okay, I just had to change my battery for a minute, but we are back. And I think my habit trackers are going to be what I'm focusing on. So I'm going to write AM routine. So I need to develop one, and then let's see if we can stick to it. This will make me accountable, right? So I have AM routine, water, and walks. And the walks are just the purposeful walks. Some may be longer than others, but if I'm doing some purposeful walks or movement, I'll probably put it under walks too. Just so I'm moving, just so I'm getting and moving my body. We want to feel better on top of everything else. Okay, so I have my big and little moments ready. I have my gratitude ready. That gets filled out during the month. Now I have my to-do section, and this is something that I wanted to do different because I'm not really coming back and checking in so much necessarily. I do need to come back and try to fill these out, definitely. But I want to write some to-dos, which will help with some of these things, because I started thinking about what will it take to help me seek calm? What will it take to help listen and enjoy the little things? Well, let me write some things to do, but these are things that I want to do this month in July that'll help do that, and also to help celebrate the season we're in, which is summer. So let me fill a few of these out. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop here because I could keep going. There's 10 bullets, although here it has 2 for 1. But here's some things that I wanna do this month. And this is sort of like a bucket list. We will be doing a summer bucket list probably next week, but this is sort of like that. But these are some things that I wanna do here to just kind of help with the rest of this wellness situation. Take a workshop, make a morning routine, watch Mamma Mia, make strawberry shortcake, and spend time on the screen porch, I think sounds lovely because some of these things will help me to listen and enjoy the little things. We have so many birds outside. I could sit out there and listen to them. I want to sit out there and do something, or it's just nothing. Just sit out there and do nothing. Seek the calm. So this is where I'm at. And I think all of this is just going to be fun for this month. And we're going to try all this out. So right now, let me just get the planner and put her in. Sometimes we need to pivot and make a few little changes to tell our life that we're running it and it's not running us. And I think that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to say I can be the master of my surroundings. And I think that's what I really want to do. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I really love that I'm trying to seize the day, and I'm enjoying these stickers in here. I think they're really soft and beautiful and calm and all of those good things. Now, this video again is in collaboration with my friend Tracie over at Midwest Craft Chat. So if you love this wellness type of goal setting and this wellness journey that I'm having, you may also like what she's doing over there. I will link to her video down below so that you can go check it out when you're done here. But before you leave, I want to know, what are you planning for July? Do you have any wellness kind of ideas? What is one thing you just really want to do for yourself to get you into the season or into feeling good and all those good things? Let me know down below. I would love to hear from you. Also, if you have a great summer movie, let me know that too, because Mamma Mia is not the only summer movie out there, but is the one that crossed my mind. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you have a magical day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!